What's up YouTube? For today's video, we're full Mega Absol. Oh my goodness! We have a Mega Absol Sweep. One of these Fridays, I'm going to not say a full team. Alright, so we had young Stella coming in with Mega Absol about 50 million times in the comment section. So I thought I'd be an amazing person and cover this Pokemon. Real quick little shout out to all the YouTube members on my channel. Thank you so much for the support lately, people. If you do want to become a member, you can hit the join button below the video. This gives you all the early uploads, so you can watch my videos hours early before anyone gets them, and you can also have a cool little badge in the comment section and use emojis and things like that. Completely optional, but it is there if you are interested, and of course all supports go to the video and the channels. Alright, let's have a look at this Pokemon. So in this video, we're going to be doing a level 1 Absol Sweep. It's going to be taking the opponent out with Perish Song. So you're probably wondering, how am I going to take the opponent out with Perish Song when Perish Song, you know, gets rid of the user? And, you know, if I swap out and I got any stats and stuff like that, where are they going to go? So there's a lot of different things you're probably thinking about how I'm going to go about doing this, but make sure you check out the video and see what happens. So let's have a quick look at Mega Absol and of course Absol. So Absol starts off with some really cool abilities. We got Justified Pressure and Super Luck. Super Luck is you know, it's a damn good ability. I'd probably say it's my favorite out of them. And Magic Bounce, of course, when it Digivolves. So Magic Bounce is a really good ability because it's going to get around all the status. However, in this case, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different with Magic Bounce. Now, we're not going to be opting for Sturdy or anything like that, Pain Split, none of that stuff. We're doing a completely new strategy, and it's going to be rather interesting. And I wonder if anyone can actually guess what I'm going to do before the video starts. Be honest, let me know in the comment section. Of course, people, if you enjoy these videos, drop a like, and let's get into it. So, I've got a little bit of setup to do at the start, but it is fairly simple, and Absol is going to be doing most of the work. Now, this is actually quite a frustrating video to do. You get to see why in the end. So, first thing, we're going to be starting off with the Drifblim. So, we've got Baton Pass, Minimize. We want to have a little bit of evasion, and we want to pass that on to the opponent. Now, we've got the Ferrothorn lead here. Now, the problem about the Ferrothorn lead is I do have a Pokemon with Spore, and I won't be able to make use of that because it's a grass type. So, that's already kind of a problem there. So, we're going to get up a couple of Minimizers here, and I'm going to do the full team layout and set at the end of the video, of course. And if you don't know what's going on, I can explain it at the end of the video too. You know, so you know what the full strategy was and my EVs and items and all that kind of stuff like that. Okay, so we're going for a third Minimize here. Minimize boosts it by, you know, like ×2, which is really nice. So you only need to do 3 of them and you're at max. So we've got the Gyro Ball from the Ferrothorn. That's going to be doing a lot of damage to me. I'm running, obviously, a sweeping set here. Obviously, when I say sweeping, I mean a speedy set. And we're going to Baton Pass those Minimizers into Smeargle now. Now, Smeargle, I cannot put the Pokemon, opposing Pokemon to sleep because it is a Ferrothorn. And we've got the Leech Seed there. So it's a typical, like, annoying Ferrothorn lead, you know, Leech Seed, those Gyro Ball, those sort of things. And now we're going to go for the Ingrain. So we're going to get the Ingrain up. What Ingrain does, it's sort of like a leftovers, really, but it actually stops you from swapping out. Not that that's going to even matter because we're going to be passing the Ingrain and the Ackering onto another Pokemon. But it doesn't stop there. There's one more final Pokemon that is a key player in this team. So normally we use Smeargle a fair bit, but in this case we're going to be using Mr. Mime. So Mr. Mime is quite important on this team. You might be able to start to guess what I'm doing here. So we've got a Power Whip missing there. Thank goodness that would have absolutely bodied my Mrs. Mime. And Gyro Ball also would destroy it too. So we've got all that evasion happening, which is rather nice there. And we've got a little bit of recovery from the Ackering and the Ingrain. Not that it really matters too much. That's more for our little Pokemon we're going to be swapping into. All right, so now we're going to go for the skill swap here. So we're going to be swapping our skills, people. Did you ever guess that? So we're going to be giving Soundproof to the Ferrothorn, and I'm going to get Iron Barbs. Guys, can you imagine Mr. Mime with Iron Barbs? It'd be doing its like barrier, right? But it has spikes on its hand, so it'd be like legit breaking the glass. Anyway, so we're getting some nice recovery up here, and I think it's time for the Mega Absol. Perish Song only, level 1. Enjoy. All right, people, I hope you enjoyed that video and that strategy. It was pretty cool, and let me go ahead and explain it. So pretty much, basically, we had the Drift Limb give some evasion to the Smiggle. The Smiggle dropped a couple of Ingrain and Acca Rings to the Mr. Mime. Then the Mr. Mime, obviously the most important player on the team, gave Soundproof to the opposing Ferrothorn. Then my Mega Absol digivolved and then went for the Roleplay. Now, what Roleplay did was copy the opponent's ability, which was Soundproof. Now, if you didn't know, Soundproof is not affected by Parasong. So if you've got the Soundproof ability and you use Parasong right, it won't affect you, which is awesome. So that actually sort of stopped me from having to swap out every time, you know. Also, it's to note, you cannot baton pass out of Parasong as well, because if you say you had one turn remaining right and you thought, okay, I'll just give, you know, baton pass to Absol right and baton pass into another Pokemon, the actual Parasong turn will count and that, you know, baton pass chain will fail. So that was a problem I had, but the, you know, the Roleplay and the Soundproof got around it really nicely. Now, we also had Mean Look to trap the opponent so they couldn't run away and things like that. Obviously, Mean Look had his counters as well. There's a few, you know, Pokemon that can get around that. We had Parasong, and we had Substitute to get around, especially Z moves and 100% Actually moves, and we had Roleplay. Now, the issues I had about this set was, number one, getting hit by a move. Even with all those evasions, you know, there was tons of times where I got hit like 3 times in a row. A very, very frustrating Pokemon to get up. Usually once you can get the Substitute up, it's pretty good. However, there are moves that can get around the Substitute, like sound-based moves and things like that too. Also, another issue I found was the PP on moves. A lot of the time, after you set up your Mean Look and Parasong, you're stuck to use Substitute. You can't use Roleplay to like use up your PP because you'll get rid of your, you know, you might copy another ability, which is not what you want. So a lot of the time, your Substitute is going to be super, super low. That was one of the main problems I was having. But I thought, all in all, a really cool strategy and really cool to use only the Parasong to take the opponent out and making use of the Soundproof ability too. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something new, at least had a laugh. And if you did enjoy it and you are new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I've got some really cool videos. And if you are an old viewer, a young viewer, or whatever, if you enjoyed it, please slap a like on the video. This was a very, very tedious exercise to do. All right, people, I'll catch you in the next few days or so. Peace.